Unlike many of you, I did not consciously and deliberately choose Unitarianism as my faith. I was brought up a Unitarian in a humanist congregation, the newly founded North Shore Unitarian Society in Port Washington, New York. Each Sunday I went with my sister and father, frequently accompanied by our mother, to our meeting place of worship. Our society, as it was called, was housed in an old Charles Adam type mansion. Our Sunday school class met in the basement room, and I remember it had yellow walls. We read stories of teachers and seekers. We read about the Greek gods, an Egyptian pharaoh whose name was Akhenaten and who worshiped a single god. We read the stories of Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, and Buddha. We studied what the works of Muhammad Gandhi, Albert Schweitzer, Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass, Clara Barton, and other people of generosity and virtue. We read tales by Native Americans and Africans. We studied the beliefs of others and visited their houses of worship. And we studied miracles of nature. I remember lots of nature. Over several years, guided by our teachers, we painted murals on those yellow classroom walls. Diversity and inclusion was our model. As a 5-, 6-, and 7-year-old without great artistic talents, I liked to paint water, possibly because I was short and water seemed always to be at the bottom of the wall. Blue was also my favorite color. These very early years in a Unitarian religious education program left a deep impact on me. Awareness and acceptance of diversity, tolerance of others, search for social justice, a belief that we humans could make things better, maybe even change the world. But let's get back to those murals on the yellow classroom wall and my paintings of water. When I think of faith, I think of water. Faith is like water. Faith and water are essential elements of life. My belief, like water, is tangible and real. Water can be seen, touched, and tasted. My faith, like water, takes many shapes, but whatever its shape may be, at any particular moment, it is always made from the same basic elements: acceptance of diversity and inclusion. Water is the morning mist. Water is rain. Water is ice. Water can be salty or fresh, crystal clear or murky. Water can be hot or cold. Water can be fierce and uncontrollable. Water can be quiet. Water is changeable, yet it is always water. Water, like my faith, needs care, requires attention to remain a fresh and renewing resource. My faith, like water, is dynamic, always moving, changing, and growing with my age. Sometimes my faith is loud, like the roar of the wild ocean. Sometimes my faith is quiet, like a pond on a windless summer's day. Both water and faith, in all their various forms, are necessary to sustain my life. I've been fortunate know blessed to find a home here in this fellowship, like a spring giving forth fresh water, renewing my ever unfolding faith. As members, we embrace compassion, tolerance, accept diversity, engage in a responsible search for truth and meaning, and as co-creators of justice, we roll up our sleeves to make things happen. In closing, I ask you a single question. In the Sunday school of your mind, what would you paint as your mural of faith? What does your mural of faith look like?